Hello, and thank you for tuning in. Rose Ward Stamper's Delight. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know I'm a minute or two early, but I like to get on early just in case I have any issues. Hi, Joanna. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Tina. Hi, Rhonda. Hi, hey, Nathan. Hi, Helen. If you see me looking over to the side, it's because I have my laptop over there so I can see who's on. So again, thank you so much for tuning in. Rose Ward, stampersdelight.com. So we're going to get started very shortly, but before we do, grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. I actually have a nice cold glass of water here because it is brutally hot out there, but I'm not complaining. So what I'm working on today is, if you watched Facebook Live Friday or the YouTube video after I uploaded it, I worked on the Heartwarming Hugs, and I also used the Sweetest Time bundle. So that's what I'm going to be showing you tonight. Hi, Judy. So a couple of things with this, and before we get started, well, let's do a couple of other things first, okay? I'm going to flip the camera. I want to show you a few things, okay? All right, so again, Rose Ward, you know that. If you want to order from me this month, this is my host code right here. And just go to Stamper's Delight and use that host code if it's more than $150, or if it's $150 or more. Don't use the host code because you want to get the hostess benefits. One thing I want to show you right now is that cute little mini paper trimmer, which everybody loves. I happen to have a brand new one right here. So I just wanted to let you know that as a demonstrator, a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, regardless of whether you want to do it as a business or just get the discount for yourself, you can now purchase these as a supply item. Okay, so that's something to think about. I'd love you to join my team. I'm just going to move this camera down a little bit. I'd love to have you on my team. And again, you can purchase this great little paper trimmer, which you see me use in my videos all the time. So that's one item I want to tell you about. The other thing I want to remind everybody about is August 3rd is the last day to sign up for my paper share. I have 2 of them this time. One is the 12 different designer series papers, and the Paper Share Plus includes like the foil paper, the flocked paper, the great, let me see if I can get it over here. Here it is, the black glitter paper. So if you'd like more information on my paper share, just go to stampersdelight.com, or the description will be in this video later. Okay, so I wanted to remind you about that. Also, wanted to remind you that bonus days is still going on until the end of July. For every $50 US that you spend, you get $5 coupon to use in August. And what better time to use it when the new catalog comes out, right? The Holiday Mini. Okay, so bringing this in again. So what I'm gonna be using is the Sweetest Time. This is the stamp set, and then I'm going to show you the dies. And please definitely share my videos here and on Facebook. So here's these gorgeous dies, very intricate. You see this is what I used along with the Heartwarming Hugs on Friday. And here's all the other pieces. So you're going to see me work on that tonight. So I'm not going to put that away because I'm going to need that. And then, of course, here's the stamp set. So let me bring in what I showed you on Friday was the Heartwarming Hugs, but I used our new coffee containers, and I used that great die with the candy canes to decorate this one. They coordinate so well, you have to just mix and match. Everything Stampin' Up! Does. The other thing that I used it on was, it was an old scrap, it wasn't even a scrapbook page. We used to have these clipboards, and we used to do scrapbooking on the clipboards. Well, I took it apart. This was my husband back in the 50s, and I decided to do a 12 by 12 stamp page. And again, you can see that I use those great little candy canes. I did grab some things that are, you know, were on the original page that I didn't want to give up yet. And then, of course, these are from our new Memories and More cards that are in the mini catalog or the holiday catalog. And if you need a catalog, I'd love to be your demonstrator. Just contact me, stampersdelight.com. So this is a new page that I did. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at some of the cards first before we get stamping. So I always like to show maybe a sweet and simple stamped card, maybe for the new beginners. Okay. And here is one that's just a piece of the thick white cardstock. I didn't put anything inside yet. And all I did was stamp wishing you the sweetest season and a candy cane. Well, you know what? We have to put something in there. So let me stamp that inside right now. Don't even know why I missed that. And I'm going to bring in my paper piercing mat because this is a photopolymer stamp, and you know photopolymer, you want to use this cushion. So we're just going to go ahead and stamp that right there. And I'm going to grab that candy cane again. Hi, Barbara. Hey, Winann. Hi, Joyce. Hi, Patricia. And there we go. Okay, so that's a real quick, easy card. But, I mean, how cute is that, right? And I'll have still shots on my blog, either later today or tomorrow. Then I stepped it up a notch. And I don't know if you can see it, but I'm going to bring it in. This is the embossing folders from the Heartwarming Hugs. So I stamped the same card, but what I did was I used a piece of a regular white, stamped that saying, ran it right through the Big Shot, which is our new die cutting machines will come out soon, so can't call them Big Shots anymore. And then I just put it on some dimensionals, so it just bumped it up a little bit. And how cute is that? Okay, so no saying in here, so let's do that. If you have any questions, definitely ask me. I can answer them either now or later. Yes, I've been having a lot of fun in the sun. I've been in that pool, and I'll tell you, this weekend it was definitely the weather for it. So there's the same card, just a little difference on there. Okay, so now the next card that I did, let me put this ink pad over here, is I used the Heartwarming Hugs Designer Series paper, and I just layered that up. So I used the Heartwarming Hugs paper back there, and that's 4 by 5 1/4. And then I used a 3 3/4 by 5 piece of white cardstock, and then I just did that big die. And then, of course, this is the ribbon that goes to the Poinsettia new stamp set. And this is red sheer ribbon, which I'll be showcasing that probably in the next week. I can't believe it's been almost the whole month of July. My Christmas in July is almost over. So how cute is that? Wishing you the sweetest seasons. Okay, isn't that cute? Oh, Vicki, you don't have any Dollar Trees by you. I don't know what I would do without my Dollar Tree. And of course, I used the matching paper to make a matching envelope. The next card I did was I used our new glitter paper, the Balmy Blue, which is going to be in the Paper Share if you get the Paper Share Plus. I used our First Frost Designer Series paper, which is back. So there's the envelope. And here is, again, the stamps, which is the candles. And this die is, let me just bring in the dies again so that you can see them. Okay, so you see the two big dies. This one right here is what I used for this one. And then, of course, I used our new gems from the Winter Splendor, Winter whatever it is. Okay, so look at those gems. And what I did was I just put this on a piece of Seaside spray, and then I cut it. But I'm going to show you another way to use this, because you do have these great little dies that you can cut out and input right in there, okay, or inlay, insert, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so how beautiful is this card, right? I mean, I love blue cards. I love them. Oh, thank you, Geraldine. Okay, so a couple of things I want to show you with this. These dies are very detailed dies. And to put glue on them, I mean, you can use any of the glues, your detailed glue, your Tombow, but the easiest way is in the annual catalog is to use our adhesive strips, or adhesive sheets, I should say. And they are actually on page 162 of the annual catalog. If you've never used these before, we had them a while ago and now they're back, and I really like the way they are, what they did with them. So let me pull one of these out. So what you do is you take this adhesive sheet, and when you peel this back, there's 3 strips right here. Okay, they're perforated. And you peel that back, you can feel the stickiness right there. What I like to do is take my paper, and I usually do a full sheet because I know I'm going to use it. So what I like to do is line that up. Now I can cut this piece off. I'm not going to do it right now. I just want to show you how I use my sheets, okay? So peeling it back, you want this sticky part on your cardstock. This, okay, so, and I'm sure there's a lot of ways to do it. I'm just showing you the way I do it. I start peeling this piece back, just like that. This is the sticky part, okay? I take my paper and I just line it up to the edge. Now, normally I would cut this. See, I would cut it right here. Okay, but I'm just showing you what a full sheet looks like. And then I peel these layers back. Peel those back as I'm laying my cardstock to it. Very sticky. Okay. So then what I'm going to do, and again, I would cut that, I would normally trim that off. I'm just cheating right now. I'm just going to cut it this way. I think you get the idea. I'm just going to trim it this way. Normally, like I said, I don't know how many times I need to tell you that, right? Okay. And then I'm going to cut this piece off. This will put that adhesives, I'll have an adhesive strip to use some for later on. But if you cut it down right to the size of paper that you're using, it works perfect. Okay, so this strip I can use. These pieces I can use. And then I'm just going to take this off. Okay, so now what we have is a very sticky sheet. All right. So here's my cardstock and my sticky sheet on the back. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in that die. And I'm going to lay this down. And I am going to bring in my big shot. And we used to use these all the time, and then we didn't sell them anymore, so hopefully I'm doing this right. Let me bring in my big shot and bring it in, and I'm just cutting this, okay? I want to make sure it's lined up good. Okay. You really only have to go through it once, but I like to look to make sure. You're going to see that it didn't quite... It looks like it didn't go all the way through, but it did. Let me slide this out of the way. I might need that again. Take that die off. And then I can pull this out. Now, I need to cut this because I want this off here. And I'm just going to poke this all out. Don't worry about it if it all doesn't come off, all right? So I'm just playing here. Okay. So this piece, I want the edges. You can see how I'm pulling it apart. And these pieces already have that sticky stuff on it, so you can save those for small pieces. So I'm just going ahead and pulling that off. And then I just want to cut this so that I can finish this here. Well, let's cut this piece off right here. Whoop. Don't need that. Alright. I'm actually not going to be using that whole piece. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my piece of designer series paper. Now this designer series paper is also from the Poinsettia designer series paper. So I'm just loosening that up. I'm going to take my Take Your Pick tool and I'm going to start peeling this off. First I'm going to poke out all these pieces. Now, this little piece right here has sticky stuff on it, so I'm going to save that. The same as this one. Any of those little pieces, you want to save those because you can use them. Okay. Get these little dots out. Alright. I'm going to start peeling it off now. Loosen that one up. Alright, so I'm going to start right here. I don't know why my hands are shaking so bad tonight. Probably because I'm afraid I'm going to mess up. I'm just putting this in here. I want to pull this off. Okay, when I pull this back off, there we go. The stickiness is right there. So once I have a, see, I'm pulling it off, and guess what it does? It keeps some of those pieces, pulls them right off for you. Isn't that great? This is great for real detailed dies, and I'm doing this so that I can show you. It's kind of hard to pull it up here, but okay. When I pull this off, you see all those little pieces that are staying on there? You don't even have to do it through the wire brush. Okay. Okay, so that's off. Alright, so now what I want to do is just cut this. Well, I'm gonna cut it in a minute. Let me just grab this. Okay. Here's that other strip. Let me get that one off. I don't know how long I need this yet, so I'm not cutting it. Okay, so here's the piece I want. There we go. This is garbage. Here's all these little pieces that I can pull out and use because they have sticky on them. And then I'm going to bring in my paper and I'm going to decide where I want this. Okay, so I want this right about here. But I think I want it up this way. Okay, perfect. Okay. So now I'm just going to cut this. Cutting this because it's going to be trimmed on that designer series paper. The designer series paper is smaller. Okay, and I should have my silicone mat here. Of course I don't, so we'll just fake it and we'll use this. Okay. All right, and then what I'm going to do is this piece I don't want, so I'm pulling that off. It's really sticky. Be very careful because these are really, they will fall off. Okay, and I'm just going to put that right about here. Right about there. And I'm just laying that down. Look at that. Now I'm going to flip it over, and you can see I have some of that sticky sheet on there still, so I'm just peeling it off at the last minute. And I'm just going to snip this. You can actually measure it to the exact size you want, and then you won't have to snip it. And then I have a little piece here I want to cut off. Let me use my paper snips, they're easier. Actually, let me pull that off here. I love this. I am so, so happy. Who else is happy that they brought this back? I should have pulled that piece off beforehand, but okay, there we go. All right. Now I'm just going to trim that off. I don't really want that on there. All right, so I'm going to bring that back around. And you can see that now it's on there. I didn't have to glue it. The glue is already on there. What I did before I hopped on is I did a few more of those little pieces. This is Garden Green, and I did these in Pear Pizzazz. So this is what I meant. Let me bring in the camera a little bit so you can see that. So these pieces I have are in Pear Pizzazz, and you can see that I love these, okay, because these are not only does it die cut, it embosses it. So I'm going to just go ahead and make sure I'm in camera view here. Peel some of these off. You definitely want to get these. They're so great. Okay, and then I'm just going to put them wherever they look like they go. Okay, let's see. I think this one's kind of large. We'll put him right there. Doesn't have to be perfect. Got another little small one. And I probably didn't make enough for every leaf, but I really didn't. Just wanted to show you how you can do this. There, we'll inlay that one. So now you see the two-tone. Yes, I know, Sherry. Isn't it great to have these back? And they really do peel off pretty quick, or pretty easy. And let's see, I got another large one. Don't have to, I mean, you can, I think I'm going to put that over there because that doesn't have a piece to it. So we'll just put that one there. And then I got some of these ones. It's easier for me to lay it down and do it. Once you get one little piece off, just gently pull it off, and the adhesive is right on there. So we'll put that one right there. So this is what I used for that box, the coffee box. Okay. And you just run it through like I showed you. I mean, like I said, there's probably other ways of doing it. To each their own. Okay, so let's see. We'll put this one right here. Maybe, let's see. Doesn't have to be right in that spot, but I'm going to put that one there. Okay, we got a couple more here. Let's see what this one, I want to do with this one. Okay, this one doesn't have, I'm going to put him, I'm going to put him maybe, I don't know yet. Let's see. Do I want that one in there? I'll put this one right there. Okay, so you get the idea with that, right? Okay, now we also have these red berries. And that's another die. Looks like little Mickey ears to me. I'm just going to pull that off. And then maybe I want to put that one right here. I have 3 of them, so I think I'm going to lay these down first, then decide where I want to put the rest of the leaves. Now the nice, or the cool thing is, you don't even have to do that. You can use these with dimensionals. So maybe I'll do a few with dimensionals and not pull the, I'm going to put this one right here. Okay. Got a couple of these. These are the dark green that came off of the leftover dye that I just used. It's a little time consuming, but so worth it. I'm just going to put this maybe, oh, I'll put that right in there and give that a different look. Okay. This is Garden Green, Barbara. I'm using Garden Green and Pear Pizzazz. And let's see, I think I'll put him, you don't have to, let's see, maybe we'll, I'm going to put this one right here. Maybe lift this up. Maybe not. I think I'll put him over here. Should I put him over here? Yeah, there he goes. There. Okay, I think I got one more here. There's so much you can do with it. Now remember, if you don't want to go through all of this, you can just cut a backing and lay it over there like that and lay it down on your paper and fussy cut it. I'm going to go ahead and put that one in there. Let's see. Do I have any big leaves left? I think I used them all up. Okay. So I might add some more in a little bit. But before I do that, I want to bring in my card base, which is Garden Green. I'm going to go ahead and fold that. And I'm just going to layer this right on top, or you could add a little piece of white in there. Let's see, that might bring it out a little bit more. So let's see, where do I have some white? I got a piece of white right here. Let's see if I want to do that. Actually, I think that kind of definitely makes it pop more. So let's do this. I'm going to trim this just a tad on, let's see, this side. Just a tad. That's why I wanted to put it together first. So I'm just trimming off a little bit there, and I think I'll trim a little bit off on the top. All right. Because then what I can do is layer it on the white. And you see how the white brings it, really pop, makes it pop. Okay. Before I put it all together, I'm going to grab that sheer ribbon that I like so much. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? This is what I love about Stampin' Up! Products. And let's see, do I want to put it together? Yeah, okay. So what I'm going to do is put it down on the white first. Oh, thank you, Carolyn. Yeah, I actually didn't do them myself this time. I ventured out and had my nails done. I've been doing my own for the last 3 months. They really needed to be done professionally again. So that's going to layer right on there. But before I do that, I want some ribbon. So I'm just going to add some ribbon here. Now, I haven't done this card before. A lot of times what I do is I'll make what I call my dummy card or my test card before I actually show everybody my cards. But I didn't do this one. So I think I want it up a little. Well, no, I'll leave it right there. Okay, so I'm just tying, putting the ribbon around here. I also like the sheer ribbon because you can see through it and you can see that, you know, the great leaves. That's going to go right on there. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop it up with some dimensionals. Okay, when I use ribbon on the back like that, I usually put a dimensional on each of the tails of the ribbon there. You can't order the paper trimmer, Catherine. You have to be a demonstrator. It's on the supply list. So definitely join my team and you can get one of those great little things. Hopefully maybe Stampin' Up! Will sell them later on, but right now they're only available to demonstrators. Great reason to join Stampin' Up! In my team. Okay, so we're going to layer that right on there. Look how nice those leaves match that paper, right? All right. Then I'm going to just I'm going to grab a piece of ribbon, and you know I don't measure anything, so it's probably more than I need. Go ahead, and I'm just going to tie a little bow here. That's the other reason I like this ribbon. It's so easy to tie, as my fingers don't work. Whoop. That's not the ribbon, that's me. Oh, thank you, Judy. You know what? I got an idea. Not about this card, but I'll tell you about it when I'm done. Okay, so now I'm just going to turn that, spin that around so I can play with this bow and get it the way I want. Alright. There we go. Alright, so I'm not happy with it. Need to fix it a little bit more. There we go. Alright, so now I'm going to just trim this at an angle. And then I'm going to tighten it up a little bit. Okay, so you can see the little bow there. If you're not happy with the bow, you can always fuss with it later. I know my tails are up there, but that's okay. All right, now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring in some, well, let's do the saying first. I got a strip of white here. These are just pieces that I always keep on my table. And I'm going to bring in a little saying, let's see, bright and peaceful wishes to you this Christmas. I'm going to bring in my red, my real red. And here we go. Just going to stamp that. And I am going to put this right about here. A lot of times if I'm just making cards without really planning them, I'll just do a cut like that so that I don't have to worry about it being straight or putting it through the trimmer. It also adds a little bit to it, I think. Okay, I'm just going to put some dimensionals on here. Bright and peaceful wishes. All right. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in our Christmas rhinestones. Now, I could use real red or red rhinestones, but I really wanted to bring out these because they're a little bit deeper. They're the cherry cobbler, and I think it adds more to it because it's a little bit of a deeper red, and I think it'll show up better. So let's see. All right, we have two sizes here. So I want the larger ones for the middle of this berry right here. Okay. And let's see, maybe some small ones. No, I don't think I need the small ones. I think the big ones look fine. I'll take the small ones and I'll just add a couple over here to bring that out. Just like that. So it just adds a little bit. And of course, if you wanted to, let me just take this off and show you. You could put one on each. Then I would use the smaller ones. Let's see how that looks. No, I don't like that. Doesn't look like a berry anymore. So we're going to take that back off. You see how easy that is with my Take Your Pick tool, right? And I'm going to put that right back in the middle. There we go. All right, now I'm going to bring in a piece of white cardstock for the inside. Okay, and that's going to go right in here. So let's take a look. Bright and peaceful wishes. Wishing you the sweetest season. I like that saying. We're going to go with that one. Even though it's probably more for the candy canes. And then I'm going to bring in one of the little leaves of the stamp set. And my garden green. and I'm just going to stamp one right there. That's all it needs. And then I'm going to turn it over and I am going to put it on my card. I'm just going to put that right in there. And there you have a beautiful little card. Isn't that great? I'm just having so much fun with this stamp set. So let me show you. Let's see, I had already done this because I was actually going to use this one for tonight. And I changed my mind because I wanted to show you the leaves. So let me cut this one out. Okay. I had already put the backing on it, okay? Did it the same way. Let me bring in a piece of white cardstock. Do I have any cut? Nope. So let me bring in my big paper trimmer for this. Let me cut this down. Let's play here. All right, so this one I'm going to make 4. By 5 1/4. And I have this piece. Let's see what this one is. Okay. Actually, I'm going to cut that down even a little bit more, I think. Maybe not. Maybe I'll do this a quick, easy card. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start peeling this off. Like I said, you see me poking these out, but you really don't have to. If you would just pull this off, most of those pieces come right off with it, you see? All those little pieces that are sticking inside there. Okay. If they don't, then you can poke them out. Okay, so some of these didn't come out, so I'm just going to poke those out. I love these candy canes. Did anybody notice on my still shots from, well, I think it was only the one I did of the scrapbook page, I actually had candy canes near there, black, green and white and red candy canes. And somebody asked me where I had the candy canes. Well, I hate to admit it, but I had them from last year. Not that I would eat them. Okay, so we got those pieces out of the way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece. I'm just making a real quick, easy card here. Just get that last piece out. I'm going to layer that right here on the edge of my white card base. Get that one off there. Okay, I'm going to flip it around and I'm going to trim that off. And then I'm going to layer it on here. So let's see, this one has to be 3 3/4. So let's cut that down to 3 3/4 and see if I like that. I even want it smaller. I'm going to go with 3 1/2. Hi, Colby. Okay, let's go to 3 1/2. Okay, there we go. All right, so this piece should be the 4, okay, and 5 1/4. Because that's going to layer on top of my cardstock. There we go. The only thing with this paper trimmer, it only goes to 4 inches. Okay, so now this is going to be like this. Okay, we're going to cut that down a little bit. I love playing with everyone and not knowing what I'm going to do or how it's going to come out. We're going to go ahead and layer that right there. So this is like the one I already showed you. But I'm not getting really crazy with it. I'm just going to put a cute little saying here. Let's see. Wishing you the sweetest season. Okay, so you see none of those fit. So let's see what we have as far as on my table. Any little ones I can put the saying on. Because you see, that's not going to fit there. Will it? I don't think so. Nope. Actually, I could do it this way. Candy canes hang all ways, right? Okay, here we go. Yep. I'm just going to have the candy canes going that way. So this is going to be... I buried my mat, so... Wishing you the sweetest season. I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. Grab a white card base. Just fold that. Okay, where's my bone folders? Right here. Okay, I'm just going to fold that. Gonna grab that, put that right there. Got all these little pieces stuck to my fingers. Okay, and of course this is this Heartwarming Hugs paper again. Just gonna go like that. Let's see, what else do I have on my table here that I can use, since I wasn't planning on this card. I thought I had some red rhinestones. Maybe not. Alright, maybe we'll use this ribbon again. Make a little bow. See if I like that. Oh, God, I love this ribbon. Can't wait till I can order more of it. Well, that might be too big. Let's see. How many of you do that when you're crafting? You have no idea what you're going to do, and you play around until you find something you like. I don't know that I like the bow. What do you think? I actually don't even think it needs a bow. But it doesn't. It does need rhinestones. Nah, don't like the bow. Not everything needs a bow, but everything needs bling. So let's put some red rhinestones right inside these little guys. Bring that out. And sweetest season for you with Christmas cheer. Bring my red again. My goodness, what quick, easy cards you can make. I know I'm not using my mat, and I should be because my image might not come out good. And then let's grab the candy cane. There you go. Another quick, easy card. Loving, loving, loving this set. So glad I got this. So let's bring those cards in again so I can show you. Okay, so this was a really quick, easy card. Whether you're a new stamper or, you know, you've been around for a while, not hard to do. My bow is upside down, but I'm kind of liking that now. Of course, here's the blue one. I know everybody's saying they like the blue one. Look how gorgeous that is. And of course, here's the other candy cane one. And then my sweet and simple stamped cards. Look at that. And let's not forget the great scrapbook page. How great is that for scrapbook pages? Whoop, need to bring it down so you can see it. Okay, there you go. And of course, my coffee cup holders with that on it. And the snowmen from the snowman seasons. All goes so well together. Okay. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed that. So, don't forget my paper share. Don't forget about the bonus days. And you know what? Let me show you something. I know you can only get this as a demonstrator, the paper trimmer, the mini paper trimmer. But I just got this great idea. Okay? I have an extra one here. So what I'm going to do, I'm this close to earning my career sales of $400,000. I only have a few thousand to go. So everyone that places an order from now until I hit that $400,000 will be in a drawing to get one of these, to get this little guy free. Okay? How's that? All right. So I don't know how long it could take. It could take a month. It could take 3 months. Okay? Could take another year, but I don't think so. I'm that close. So if you'd like to get your hands on that, be in the drawing, all you have to do is place an order at stampersdelight.com. Thank you all so much. Let's see who else is on. Hi, Stacy. If I didn't say hi, I'm not ignoring everybody. I hope you enjoyed this segment, and I hope you tune into my Facebook Live on Friday morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Everybody stay well, stay hydrated, and stay out of the sun. Not like me. Have a great evening, everyone, and have a great week. I will see you back here Friday morning on Facebook Live.